you've been around motorcycles long enough, you will know that Tuono isn't just a name, it's a statement. In Italian, Tuono means thunder, and that's exactly what Aprilia set out to create back in 2002.
I'm in business cause it's personal, I'm made for this. Once I got a taste of success, you had no place in it.
Over time, the Tuono evolved, culminating in the legendary Tuono V4, a machine so fast and wild it often left superbikes in its dust. But these Tuonos were big, powerful and a bit intimidating. Enter the Tuono 457. All that character, now in a more approachable package.
I know I made you wanna rage quit. I'm built for this. I'm different, had to work to get the will for this. Say congratulations. I know I made you wanna rage quit.
First of all, let's talk about looks. This thing here looks pretty amazing.
Vision you now, giving
It's got that aggressive styling that you would expect from an Aprilia, but packed into a smaller and more street-friendly package.
as far as you go, I honestly ain't concerned.
It gets a sharp LED headlight in the front with DRLs on the side and a winglet underneath to complete that look, giving it a bug-eyed design, and I quite dig it.
Me, cause you don't have the traction.
And unlike the bigger Tuonos, where the headlight assembly was part of the bikini fairing, this one here is separate and exposed. And adding on to that look is this 12.7 liter fuel tank, which, by the way, is 300 milliliter less than the RS457's 13 liter fuel tank.
Complicated. I know I made you wanna rage quit.
Overall, this bike's design language is sure to turn heads no matter where you park it. Especially in this piranha red color scheme, it just looks stunning.
I've been going in, I've been going
Come on,
in.
now let's talk about what's at the heart of the Tuono 457. The same 457cc parallel twin engine and 6-speed gearbox as the RS457. With 47.7 horsepower and 43.5 Nm, it is one of the most powerful in its class, delivering just the right amount of punch for a naked street fighter.
You hear the beat of the drum, you hear the beat of the gun. It go.
What stands out about this engine is its smooth, predictable power delivery.
Pain, I'm gone, once you back to down.
While I did notice slight fueling inconsistencies on the RS, I didn't experience any of that here. Aprilia has also tweaked the final drive, ensuring that nearly 80% of the torque kicks in closer to 3000 RPM. The result? The Tuono is always eager to surge forward, urging you to twist that throttle. And with that intoxicating exhaust note in the mix, it's nearly impossible to resist that temptation.
They better get the step in before we go and reach havoc. All blue like the Mavericks, they want some, they can't have it.
If you have seen or ridden the RS457, you know it is a sporty track-focused machine. But the Tuono 457 is a whole different vibe. While the RS457 has a hunched over and aggressive stance, the Tuono 457 feels more relaxed and upright thanks to this handlebar setup, which is now higher and more wider, which means city rides and long cruises are far more comfortable. Interestingly, the seat height remains unchanged at 800mm, and so is the case of these foot pegs. It's the same as of the RS457. So the handlebar setup here on the Tuono 457 just makes it feel more natural and less taxing on your body over time. So if you like the sportiness of the RS457 but want something without the outright aggression, the Tuono 457 is the way to go.
One thing that I really liked is how the shape of the tank allows you to really squeeze and hold the bike with your legs. It feels like a perfect fit and I love it. Handling wise, the Tuono 457 is super nimble. It's got that aluminum perimeter frame borrowed from the RS457, which makes it feel planted and stable, but also light on its feet when you're throwing it into corners. The 41mm USD fork and the monoshock suspension setup do a fairly decent job of keeping things smooth even over rough roads. It feels responsive when you lean into corners, and the wide handlebar gives you great control. But these TVS Pro Torque tires that come stock on the 457s aren't really the stickiest out there. Maybe on a track they might do well, but on these normal road surfaces, not so much. And they also take time to get warmed up, which is not ideal. So I am not really a fan of the grip on offer. Now when it comes to braking, it feels good at first. 320mm disc, sintered pads, but that's about it. Because as much as it sounds good on paper, it starts to disappoint as you keep riding, and especially if you ride hard. The brake fade is an issue that was pointed out before on the RS457, but Aprilia seems to have not taken heed, and that's not good. The Tuono 457 packs a solid tech suite. You get a ride-by-wire system and 3 riding modes: Sport, Eco and Rain, so you can tailor the bike's response to different conditions. The traction control is adjustable with 3 levels to choose from, and if you prefer complete control, you can turn it off entirely. The dual channel ABS works well, and you can even disable the rear ABS by long pressing the mode button. Tech enthusiasts will appreciate the 5-inch TFT display. It's crisp, intuitive, and easily one of the best looking screens in this segment. It also packs Bluetooth connectivity, giving you access to turn-by-turn navigation, music, and more.
So to sum it up, the Aprilia Tuono 457 is a solid contender in the naked 300 to 400cc segment. It's got the looks, it's got the performance, and it's got the tech to make it really stand out. The engine, it's really smooth, the ergonomics are comfortable, and it's really light and agile. So if you are coming from a bike like the 390 Duke, the Tuono brings a whole lot more refinement and styling, which is subjective, but all the while still delivering plenty of fun. Now, I am personally sure that this bike is going to turn a lot of heads in this segment. But in terms of pricing, this one is retailed at 3.95 lakhs, which is slightly heavy when you compare it with the competitors like the 390 Duke or even the MT-03. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys in the comment section to let us know what you think about the pricing and the bike. In the meanwhile, like and share this video, subscribe to PowerDrift. Thank you for watching. I'm Ashin Thomas, over and out.